If you think AI is just about asking a chatbot a question, you are seriously missing the revolution that's happening right now. We're moving way beyond AI that just talks to us. We're entering the era of AI that acts for us. This is the new wave of AI agents. And they don't just find information, they get things done. In this explainer, we're going to break down how this new class of AI is about to change the way we work forever.
All right, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at this huge leap from chatbot to agents. Then, we'll dive into a few specific types of these new agents: the source-grounded researcher, the automated workflow engine, and the embedded analyst. And finally, we'll pull out the crystal ball and talk about what all this means for the future of our jobs.
Okay, so let's start with the big shift. And I think the best way to explain it is with an example. A simple chatbot, right? It can tell you the weather. But an AI agent, it can check the weather, see a big storm is coming, find a new time that works for everyone on their calendars for your big outdoor meeting, and then send out the update. See the difference? We're moving from just getting information to taking intelligent action. Now, what's really going on under the hood here? I love this analogy. The old AI, the generic chatbots, they were kind of like a smoothie. They'd take your confidential documents and just blend them in with the entire internet. You were never really sure if what you got back was from your data or if it was something the AI just made up. A hallucination. But these new AI agents, totally different. They're precise, actionable partners that you can point to very specific sources, and you can give them tools to get the job done right. So that brings us to our first type of agent, the source-grounded researcher. I want you to imagine an AI that has read every single document in your project folder, every email thread, every slide deck you've ever made, and nothing else. It's an expert, but only on your world. And that makes it an incredibly powerful and trustworthy research assistant. So just think about that for a second. What if an AI could only learn from your project files, your meeting notes, your specific research papers? What would that mean? It would mean every single answer it gives you is grounded in your reality. It means you could actually trust it. You're building a system based on relevance, not just random facts from the web. And here's the core idea. A source-grounded AI, like what Google is doing with Notebook LM, is built from the ground up to only base its answers on the documents you give it. That's it. If the answer isn't in your sources, it won't guess. It'll just tell you. This one simple rule is a total game changer for accuracy and, frankly, for confidentiality. And the features this makes possible are just incredible. Instead of just getting an answer, you get an answer with a citation you can actually click, and it takes you to the exact sentence in your document where it found the info. You can tell it, hey, generate a slide deck from these notes, and then follow up with, okay, make slide 3 a bit more visual, and it just does it. You can even have it turn your research into an audio summary for your commute. It's the whole pipeline, from research to a finished product, all driven by your own stuff. But it's not just about documents you already have. There are other agents out there, like what Perplexity is doing with its deep research tool, that act like a whole team of expert analysts. They can go out and scan hundreds of web sources on their own to put together a detailed, well-cited report on basically any topic you can think of. And they do it in minutes. Okay, let's move on to our next agent, and you'll see how this is all building on itself. We've gone from an AI that can find information to an AI that can get work done. This is the automated workflow engine. Think of it like a tireless, perfectly consistent team member that learns your business processes and then just executes them for you. And the impact here is just huge. Anthropic found that people using its Claude Skills feature saw up to an 87% drop in all that repetitive drafting work. Things like summarizing legal documents or cranking out standardized marketing copy. And what that means is it frees up the human experts to focus on the stuff that matters, like judgment and strategy, not just formatting and boilerplate text. So, how does this actually work? Well, the concept is really simple, but it's super powerful. These skills are basically just folders with step-by-step instructions for the AI. So you're not just writing a one-off prompt, you're creating a reusable living playbook that the AI can run over and over again with perfect consistency. Now check this out. It gets even more advanced when you have multiple agents working together as a team. This example from the workflow tool N8N shows a 4-agent crew that can run a complete business automation audit. You've got a business analyst agent looking at the model, a process mapper identifying repetitive tasks, an automation architect designing the solution, and then an ROI calculator to figure out the actual savings. And this isn't just theory. Companies are seeing real-world savings right now. The finance team at Rakuten, for example, used these kinds of automated workflows to take a report that used to take them an entire day to create, and they cut that time down to just 1 hour. So our third agent archetype is a little different. It's not some standalone tool you have to go and open. It's actually embedded directly into the software you already use every day. The embedded analyst is bringing predictive power right into your business dashboards, and it's changing how we look at data from the inside out.
For decades, business intelligence has basically been about looking in the rear view mirror, right? It was descriptive. It gave us charts that summarized what already happened with our sales or our marketing or our operations.
But that's all changing. By building machine learning models directly into these tools, we're shifting from looking in that rear view mirror to looking at a GPS that's predicting the traffic up ahead. It's not just about what happened anymore. It's about what's likely to happen next and why.
And this is happening right now in tools you might even be using, like Microsoft's Power BI. It's got built-in AI features that can automatically tell you what factors are driving your sales numbers. It can suggest new ways to look at your data that you might have totally missed. You can even ask it questions in plain English and get back instant charts. This makes high-level data analysis accessible to everybody, not just data scientists. So what does this all mean for us, for our jobs? Well, as AI goes from being a simple tool to an active agent, our role has to evolve too. We're shifting from being the doers of tasks to being the directors of outcomes. And that means our most important skill is becoming our ability to direct these agents effectively. And that all comes down to the prompt. The golden rule: be clear and direct. Treat the AI like you're talking to a new employee who's really smart but also very literal. Give it a few good examples to show it what you want. You can even use simple tags to structure your instructions. And this is a great tip: give the AI a specific role to play, like you are a skeptical financial analyst. And look, this isn't some far-off futuristic prediction. It's happening right now. As Boris Cherny from Anthropic puts it, even for software engineers, the job is shifting away from the mechanical act of writing code and more toward the strategic work of writing clear specifications and really deeply understanding what users need. So this leaves us with one final and I think really crucial question. These AI agents are getting unbelievably good at handling the how to research a topic, how to execute a workflow, how to analyze data. As they take on more and more of the doing, the real question for all of us becomes, are we ready to step up and master the why? Are we ready to own the strategy, the creativity, and the human judgment that will direct this powerful new workforce?